guys, we're back with another demo for you. This is the Wampler Faux tape echo, and like my other videos, we are just going to get right into it. Nobody likes to hear talking, we just want to hear playing in the pedal. So here we go. Everything's at noon. That's my dry signal. We're playing through a Shaw audio amplifier, and this is a wonderful Dr. Mojo Strat made here in Nashville with David Allen pickups in it. All right, once again. Clean signal. Everything at noon with the modulation off. And we'll start with one knob at a time. So start with the level, which controls your delay level. No delay. Max delay. Sorry, max delay volume. Your repeats control how many times you hear your delay. So all the way down, you'll hear it once. And with it all the way up, well, let's not go all the way up because it'll oscillate, but I'll show you that in a second. Obviously, you hear it kind of go into a little bit of a lo-fi sound once you get the repeats way up there. Your shade will control your delay tone. So with it down, it'll be darker, and with it up, it'll be a little brighter. So I'll show you down. And then we'll go all the way up. And then your echo controls your delay time. And it will give you, I believe, somewhere around 600 milliseconds of delay time. So now we'll go to my favorite part of this pedal, which is the modulation section. This is supposed to simulate turning on a tape reel. So we'll start with it down. You have a movement knob and a sway. Your movement is going to be your rate, and your sway is going to be the depth. So we'll put those both at noon and let you hear that. First, I'll show it to you without it. And then with. So you kind of hear it almost pull a little bit. And we'll just go completely extreme and crank your movement up and your sway all the way up. And it gets a little out there. Pretty cool little sound. I usually use mine, this one, about right there. Well, about right there. So now I'll play around with some different settings that I normally use this pedal for. So my favorite is, well, has actually recently become this, which is this really cool oscillating thing that it does. So when you turn the shade all the way down, usually you crank the repeats up and the pedal is just going to oscillate over and over and over. And it's going to get louder and eventually squeal. So this is a pretty cool little feature here that I discovered by accident just a few days ago. If you turn the shade all the way down and crank the repeats up, you will actually get this really cool, it's not an infinite repeat, but it's really close. self-oscillate, which is pretty awesome. And eventually that'll just fade off, which is nice. If you want it to self-oscillate, all you got to do is crank your shade up. You don't even really have to crank it up that much. Only about there. And it does that fun little self-oscillating thing. Alright, hope you enjoyed the demo. That was a short and sweet one of the Wampler Faux Tape Echo. If you have any questions, throw them in the comment box below. If not, go to wamplerpedals.com and check one of these babies out.